Hi everyone, hope you're all having a fantastic day. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Nick, and in today's video, I wanted to go over some important NIO updates. If you haven't already, please go hit that subscribe. I'm doing lots of videos like this, stock analyses, EV stocks, tech stocks, IPOs, everything personal finance. I do the work so you don't have to. While you're at it, go demolish that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Lots of sound effects. All right, without further ado, let's get right into it. As I've said before, NIO is on an absolute roller coaster right now. It's extremely volatile. NIO investors are panicking, selling. They don't know what to do. Don't worry about it, calm down. We should be only focused on the long-term potential of this company, and NIO has a ton of upside, a lot of long-term potential. So recently ran into some pretty bumpy terrain the past few weeks, seeing a slight correction from the initial surge. However, a clear resistance line is beginning to emerge around the 12 USD mark, which should relax in calm investors who bought prior to this entry point. I was unsure if the stock was turning bearish last week and if we were going to dip below this $12 mark, which would have left the stock in free fall for quite some time in my opinion. However, it did indeed hit some resistance and pulled back up. So I think for the time being, the stock is in a very safe zone with this $12 USD lower resistance line. Some great news is releasing for NIO investors as they expressed intent to expand into the European and international markets. This has also been injecting some life into the share price. I think their management team is currently realizing the insane upside potential of EV, especially in North America, using Tesla as a comparison. Now, they have expressed intent to expand to this market, however, they haven't really given a full timeline. Some rumors are circulating around the internet saying that it could be as early as September this year. However, I find this probably impossible to hit. There's just no way it could happen that soon, considering our current environment, the health situation, a bruised economy in the United States. I just don't see it as being a good business move for NIO. The automotive market is recovering very nicely in China, and I think this is a good point for China to kind of build up their momentum within China first, secure some funding, and continue ramping up domestic production before expanding into other markets. I think they need to continue to steal some market share away from Tesla, especially considering their Tesla Model 3 is doing numbers within China. If they can steal some of that market away from them first, then they can start thinking about expansions in the future. The current health situation is clearly out of control in the United States. However, European markets and especially China have been faring much better. So I could potentially see them testing European markets before actually moving into the United States. There have been many indications online of NIO currently hiring European employees right now, which is a good sign that they are willing to actually expand into Europe. Because NIO outsources all of its manufacturing, they are already currently almost hitting their cap output production level. It takes time, effort, people, and facilities to actually create a product as NIO is doing, and in my opinion, they are not currently in the financial state to be able to up this output. For this reason that I really do see them focusing on China for the moment, ramping up this production internally before legitimately building facilities in Europe and the United States. However, like I said before, they have released intent to do this, and I truly do think they will. I just don't think it's going to be as early as some people are saying, like September this year. However, I don't think NIO deliveries into Europe are out of the question for 2021 and maybe 2022 for the United States. This will bode very well for NIO long-term investors. It should help their bottom line, their profit margins, and ultimately surge the stock price. Another important news update is that NIO is currently gaining a foothold in the e-commerce vehicle industry. They have introduced a program on their mobile app which allows customers to directly purchase NIOs. And what is great about this program is that NIO management will then take care of purchasing and selling the customer's pre-existing vehicle. This is greatly diversifying NIO's business. They are streamlining the entire process, they're innovating, they are staying current with times. And what's more important is that this industry is currently booming within mainland China. The Chinese automotive aftermarket revenue, so this is all parts, insurance, used cars, accessories, is expected to record a compounded annual growth rate of 7.7%. This amounts to an increase from $290.44 billion in 2017 to $523.8 billion in 2025. NIO is showing that time and time again, they are positioning themselves very well for the future landscape. If you have ever tried selling your own car, you'll know that more than anything, it's just a hassle at the end of the day. By implementing this program, it's kind of streamlining the entire process. People don't have to worry about selling their own vehicle. With a click of a button, one click, you've pretty much purchased a vehicle and sold your own vehicle, just making the entire process so easy and gaining an additional share of the market. I really like that NIO is aggressively expanding and lowering their barrier to entry point in any way, shape, or form they can. Their expected rollout later this year or possibly early next year of their newest vehicle, the EC6, should also really surge the stock price. NIO is also increasingly lowering their barrier to entry point through their battery as a service or BaaS service unit. I've talked about the service before, which is essentially the concept that you can remove the battery from NIOs, allowing customers to either lease, buy, or rent batteries at their own discretion. This is accommodating a much wider range of consumers with a varying availability of capital. The NIO EC6 starts around 368,000 renminbi, which amounts to about 52,000 USD. After implementing the 2 subsidy programs offered by the Chinese government, which slashes the 10% purchasing tax and can offer customers up to $3,500 USD, the price is then again lowered to about 350,000 renminbi or 49,000 USD. Now, if you choose to rent the battery at about 1,660 renminbi a month, which is 236 USD, the price is then again cut another $100,000 to only 250,000 renminbi, arriving at a grand total of about 35,000 USD for a brand new, state-of-the-art, sleek, luxury electric vehicle. This is incredible. This is such a low barrier to entry, and I think it's really going to attract a greater share of the market. Other companies without the removable battery are physically unable to reach these low levels. They are not able to compete, and I think this is going to boast very well for NIO stock in the future. To put this price into comparison to Tesla, its Model Y is currently 488,000 renminbi, which is about 69,000 USD. The renting capacity for NIO batteries will also generate additional revenue for NIO's power division, which I really see as a dark horse in this entire matter. I really see this in the future years and decades generating substantial revenue from its battery services. So to give a quick recap, NIO has stated that they plan to intend on expanding into the European and international markets, specifically the US. I do see this happening, but not as soon as many people online are saying, such as September this year. With the health situation going on and with NIO's financial constraints currently, I just cannot see this in any way, shape, or form happening this year. I wouldn't be surprised to see Europe in maybe 2021 offering deliveries then, and maybe in the States 2022. However, I do see this very good for long-term potential for NIO and its investors. 2, NIO gaining a foothold in the e-commerce aftermarket automotive industry is going to be huge for this company long-term. Its barrier to entry point is again lowered by its removable batteries, streamlining the entire process, and they are going to be able to take a share of the market away from competitors. Their rollout of their EC6 later this year should surge the stock price even more. I really don't think a 10x price surge within maybe a 2-year time frame is out of the question in any sense of the matter. We can look at stocks such as Tesla and see the crazy numbers that they have done in the United States. China has taken control of its health situation. It's boasting very well in comparison to other countries. The EV market is taking off in China. The automotive industry has recovered almost completely. I really do see good things for this company long term. I don't think there's any reason to panic right now. We have seen some nice resistance around the $12 USD range. I could be wrong. This might not be a resistance point. However, I will keep you guys updated on my current opinions about this company. Like I've said before, do your own research when regarding any stock. Gather as much information about the company and the stock price you can. Don't just take my word for it because I'm saying it on the internet. It's really important that you guys formulate your own opinions and come to your own conclusions. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Doing lots of videos like this, putting the work in so you don't have to. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. Take care.